Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Liz Mitchell, Biography. Liz Mitchell, born Elizabeth Rebecca Mitchell on July 12, 1952, in Clarendon, Jamaica, is a celebrated singer best known as the lead vocalist of the disco and pop phenomenon Boney M. Her rich, soulful voice became one of the defining sounds of the late 1970s, helping to shape the international music scene with a series of chart-topping hits that blended disco, reggae, funk, and Caribbean rhythms. Early life and musical beginnings. Mitchell moved from Jamaica to London, England, with her family when she was a child. Growing up in the United Kingdom, she developed a passion for singing and performing early on. In her teenage years, she joined the Hair musical production in Berlin, which became a turning point in her life. During her time in Germany, she gained stage experience and exposure to diverse musical styles that later influenced her career. After her stint in musical theater, Liz joined a group called Les Humphreys Singers, a popular multicultural ensemble in Europe known for their gospel-inspired pop sound. This experience honed her vocal strength and stage charisma, preparing her for the major success that awaited her in the years ahead. Rise to fame with Boney M. In 1976, German record producer Frank Farian was searching for singers to bring his studio project, Boney M, to life. Liz Mitchell was invited to join the group alongside Marcia Barrett, Maisie Williams, and Bobby Farrell. Her warm, dynamic voice quickly became the cornerstone of Boney M's signature sound. Boney M exploded onto the global music scene with a string of infectious hits, including Daddy Cool, 1976, Sunny, 1977, Ma Baker, 1977, Rivers of Babylon, 1978, Brown Girl in the Ring, 1978, Rasputin, 1978, Hooray! Hooray! It's a Holy Holiday, 1979. Mitchell's vibrant energy and powerful vocals were instrumental in making Boney M one of the most successful disco acts of all time. Their music resonated across continents, particularly in Europe, Africa, and the Soviet Union, selling over 100 million records worldwide. Solo career and later work. After Boney M disbanded in the mid-1980s, Liz Mitchell pursued a solo career. She released albums such as No One Will Force You, 1988, and continued to perform both her solo material and Boney M classics. Her voice remained remarkably strong, and her deep spirituality began to play a greater role in her work. Mitchell also became involved in gospel music, reflecting her faith and Jamaican roots. She has performed internationally with her own version of Boney M, known as Boney M featuring Liz Mitchell, ensuring that the group's legacy lives on through her authentic performances. Personal life and legacy. Liz Mitchell has been married to Thomas Pemberton, who has also managed parts of her career. The couple has lived in the United Kingdom and has worked together on various musical and charitable projects. Mitchell remains deeply respected in the music industry for her professionalism, positive spirit, and enduring vocal power. Her contributions to pop and disco music have inspired countless artists and continue to bring joy to audiences worldwide. Even decades after Boney M's peak, Liz Mitchell stands as a symbol of disco's golden age, a true legend whose voice carried not only rhythm and melody but also warmth, joy, and unity. Faith, inspiration, and spiritual journey. In the years following her immense success with Boney M, Liz Mitchell began to focus more deeply on her spiritual and humanitarian side. A woman of strong Christian faith, she has often spoken about how her belief in God guided her through both the highs and lows of fame. Mitchell's faith became not only a personal foundation but also a source of artistic inspiration. She began writing and performing songs that expressed messages of hope, love, and unity, blending elements of gospel, soul, and Caribbean rhythm. Her spiritual conviction gave her work a new dimension, less about the glamour of stardom and more about inner peace and human connection. She and her husband, Thomas Pemberton, established the Liz Mitchell Foundation, a charitable organization based in the UK that supports education, youth empowerment, and community development projects, especially in Jamaica. Through this work, Mitchell has given back to her homeland and to the next generation, showing that her influence extends far beyond the stage. Continuing the legacy of Boney M. Though Boney M as an original group ended decades ago, Liz Mitchell has continued to keep its legacy alive. Her version of the band, Boney M featuring Liz Mitchell, has toured globally, performing to sold-out audiences who cherish the group's timeless hits. Unlike some tribute acts, Mitchell's performances are widely regarded as the most authentic representation of Boney M's sound. She is, after all, the voice that defined the group. With her powerful vocals and graceful stage presence, she continues to embody the spirit of the disco era, while also bringing warmth and humility to her live shows. Her concerts often include moments of reflection and gratitude, where she speaks directly to audiences about faith, love, and perseverance. For Mitchell, music remains a spiritual experience, a way to connect hearts across cultures. Musical style and influence. Liz Mitchell's voice is instantly recognizable, smooth yet commanding, soulful yet joyful. Unlike many pop singers of the disco era, she brought a gospel-rooted authenticity to her performance. Her vocal style carries traces of her Jamaican heritage and her early church singing, making her one of the few disco-era vocalists whose voice could effortlessly cross genres. Her singing on songs like Rivers of Babylon and Mary's Boy Child, Oh My Lord, reveals her deep emotional range, while upbeat hits like Daddy Cool and Rasputin showcase her rhythmic vitality. Many contemporary artists, especially those in dance and pop music, cite Boney M and Mitchell's voice as a source of inspiration for bringing soul and spirituality into commercial pop recognition. And later years. Over the years, Liz Mitchell has received numerous awards and honors for her contribution to music. She has been celebrated not only as the lead singer of one of the most successful disco groups of all time but also as an enduring solo artist and cultural ambassador. Even in her 70s, Mitchell continues to perform internationally, captivating audiences with the same energy that defined her early career. Her voice remains strong and expressive, a testament to her discipline, gratitude, and love for her craft. In interviews, she often emphasizes humility and faith as the key to her longevity. For her, fame was never the goal, music was always a gift meant to be shared. Legacy. Liz Mitchell's influence extends far beyond her discography. She helped define the sound of an era, bringing a sense of joy, inclusivity, and global connection to pop music. Her career stands as proof that great music transcends time and borders. Through her continued performances, humanitarian work, and unwavering spirit, she remains a beacon of positivity, a woman whose voice carried not just rhythm, but hope and harmony to millions around the world. Life philosophy and reflections on fame. Liz Mitchell has often reflected on her journey with remarkable honesty and humility. Unlike many artists who became trapped by the glamour and pressure of fame, she views her success through a deeply spiritual and philosophical lens. To her, music was never about ego or celebrity, it was about service, joy, and the power to uplift others. Mitchell has said in interviews that the fame she experienced with Boney M was both a blessing and a lesson. She learned that success without inner peace is fragile, and that only a strong connection to one's faith and values can sustain a person through the constant changes of the entertainment world. She often speaks of her music as a divine calling, a gift entrusted to her to share messages of love and unity. Her lyrics in later works reflect this transformation, moving from the glitter of disco to themes of gratitude, prayer, and renewal. Mitchell believes that every artist carries a responsibility to be a positive influence, to sing not just for applause, but for the soul. Her outlook on life is calm, radiant, and spiritual. She continues to describe herself as a child of God, and her days are often guided by meditation, family, and a sense of purpose. She has said that peace is the true success. When you have peace in your heart, you already have everything. The voice that endures even decades after her rise to fame, Liz Mitchell's voice remains a phenomenon in itself. Warm, powerful, and instantly recognizable, it continues to carry the same clarity and joy that first enchanted audiences in the 1970s. Her ability to maintain vocal strength over time is often attributed to her disciplined lifestyle, careful vocal care, and deep emotional connection to her songs. When she performs live, she often reinterprets classic Boney M hits with subtle spiritual undertones, turning disco anthems into expressions of gratitude and celebration. Her fans around the world admire her not only for her talent but also for her grace, sincerity, and resilience. Many describe her concerts as uplifting, almost sacred experiences, where the energy transcends nostalgia and becomes a genuine celebration of life. Cultural and global impact. The impact of Liz Mitchell and Boney M on world music cannot be overstated. During the late 1970s, their music reached corners of the globe that few Western pop acts had penetrated: Eastern Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and Asia. Mitchell's voice became a bridge between cultures, her music an invitation to joy regardless of language or background. In places where disco was once considered foreign, her songs became anthems of freedom and happiness. Beyond the commercial success, over 150 million records sold worldwide when counting all compilations and reissues. Mitchell's contribution lies in how she helped shape the identity of global pop music. Boney M's blend of Caribbean rhythm, European production, and spiritual lyricism was a new and unifying sound, and Liz Mitchell was its soul. Personal life and values. Liz Mitchell's life offstage has been grounded in family, faith, and simplicity. She and her husband, Thomas Pemberton, have been married for decades. A partnership built on trust and shared spiritual values. Together, they have raised a family and built a quiet but meaningful life that contrasts with the chaos of her early fame. Despite her fame, Mitchell avoids the trappings of celebrity. She prefers to live close to nature, spending time in prayer and reflection. Her values revolve around kindness, forgiveness, and purpose. Friends and collaborators often describe her as a woman of light, someone who uplifts every room she enters, radiating a calm presence that reflects her deep spirituality. Legacy and recognition. In music history, Liz Mitchell stands as one of the most iconic female vocalists of the disco era, but her legacy goes far beyond that genre. She is a pioneer of cultural fusion in music, an ambassador of Caribbean artistry in European pop, and an enduring example of grace under fame. Her songs continue to find new life through remixes, samples, and global performances. Younger generations discover Boney M through streaming platforms, dance clubs, and films. Yet it is always Liz Mitchell's voice and spirit that remain at the heart of the magic. In recognition of her career, Mitchell has received numerous Lifetime Achievement Awards and is frequently invited to perform at festivals celebrating the legacy of disco in global pop. To this day, she is regarded as the true voice and heart of Boney M, a title she carries with humility and gratitude. In her own words, Liz Mitchell once said, "I never saw myself as a star. I saw myself as someone given a song to sing. My job was to sing it with love and truth, and to remind people that joy is still here, even when the lights fade."
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.